morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're watching me from. This is Zion Grace TV channel. We are going to have a topic today from the Bible, which we titled The Spiritual Palace. The Spiritual Palace. As a general knowledge, that after the creation of Adam and Eve, God Himself created man in His own image and after His own likeness. And at just, the Bible said God went further and placed man in a spiritual palace, which the Bible called the Garden of Eden. Why do I say it's a spiritual palace? Looking at the antecedents and the declarations of God upon mankind in the Garden of Eden, it is a very clear instance that the Garden of Eden is a spiritual palace. It is a spiritual community entity himself in the city of Eden. And at church, that is why God made it clear to Adam and Eve that while they continue to live in this Garden of Eden, in this spiritual palace, they are free. It gives them principles and conditions which may go against the spiritual principles in the Garden of Eden. Now, that was a mere expression of spiritual principles guiding the spirituality of Garden of Eden. And that is why it is very clear. In Genesis 2:15 to 17, it made it clear that for thou to remain in this royal palace, in this spiritual palace called the Garden of Eden, thou shalt make himself available and in accordance, in adherence to these principles, that thou will remain in a spiritual status quo. The body shall be sanctified in the spirituality for them to sustain or to exist in that palace. Otherwise, the day Adam or man shall deviate from these principles or against these principles, he shall surely not live, but shall surely die. Not just living the environment of Eden, but they shall surely die. And that is why the day man go against these declared principles, these divine principles in the spiritual palace called Garden of Eden, God made it clear and He said to them in Genesis 3 verse 22 to 24, He said, for thou art stretched thy hand